I am CA Rohit Kumar Singh, founder of Tax Marvel Consulting Services LP. We welcome you to our YouTube video on filing process of GSTR 3B, that is monthly return, and also we'll discuss on payment of GST along with creation of GST challan. But please don't forget to like and share our videos and also subscribe to our channel. So next will be your GSTR 3B. So since the time is less, 1 hour time is there. So we'll quickly try to complete GSTR 3B and payment of tax, and then we'll move on to your final return. So you cannot claim credit of GSTR 3B from July 17. You can only claim credit from your 1920 till now. 1819 also due date is passed. So any credit pertaining to any tax period before March 19 is not eligible now, right? So moving back to GSTR 3B. So this is your return or a summary return which was introduced in place of GSTR 3. This return was introduced for collection of tax and claim of ITC. So it is a summary return only. It does not have a detailed contents. So like GSTR 3B is to be filed by normal taxpayer except input service distributor, non-resident taxable player or person, composition supplier, TDS deductor, TCS deductor, or online information and database access retrieval taxpayer will not file GSTR 3B. They will file their individual returns like GSTR 7, 8, 6 or 5A. GSTR 3B is nothing but submission of provisional assessment of tax liability. Entire GST is based on a concept of self-assessment, right? So recently government has introduced filing of GSTR 3B or nil GSTR 3B through SMS. So 3B and 1 both can be filed through SMS, and friends will see nil filing through SMS. So steps are given 1, 2, 3, 4. Next slide if you'll see, this is how you'll file. So one is initiate, second is confirm, and if you need any help, there is a help also given. Number 1 is initiate filing. So for initiate filing, you will send an SMS called nil space 3B, your GST number and tax period. Like nil 3B, like nil space 3B, GST number 5 2020 means month, year. So you will send this SMS to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is your SMS, right? So once you send your SMS to 14409, you will get an OTP from VD GSTIN. So once you get an OTP, you send this OTP. So while sending this OTP, you'll write C and F means confirm. C and F gap 3B gap code 1 2 3 4 5 6. So like you'll write CNF 3B 1 2 3 4 5 6 and you'll send it to 14409. Once you send this to SMS, your returns will get filed and you'll get a SMS called your GST number this 3B for tax period 5 this is successfully filed, acknowledged by ARN number this. That's all. So if you have nil 3B to be filed, you can file through SMS. In case you want any help, you can also type help 3B to 14409. Now friends, moving in for filing of 3B. So log into GST portal, go to return dashboard, right? It has GSTR 1, 2 and 3B. So select your financial year, select your period and then prepare online. Prepare online. Once you prepare online, this system will ask you, see here, a population field will be populated and it will only explain you how to file GSTR 3B, right? So once you click on OK, it will ask you that few yes or no. Based on this yes or no or questionnaire, you will get the tables only. So like if you only click, do you want to file nil return, you will file yes. everything will become no, and there will be only no boxes in the return. You'll only go to acknowledgement page and file. If you have only made outward supply, you don't have any inward supply, no late fees, no ITC. So click on nil return, no, and B. B you select yes. It means you only have outward supply. Only one table will come. Why this was introduced? So government said all the taxpayer will not have all the details to be reported. So by filing yes no or clicking yes no, your return will become small. So see here, if you want to claim ITC, number D, click on yes, right? If you have interest or late fee, click on F, yes, right? Next you go, see here, this boxes will appear. So if you only click on outward supply, 3.2, 4, 5, 5.1 and 6.2 will not be there. There only will be 3.1 table for reporting of outward supply, right? So 3b has following tables. Your table 3.1 outward supply and means payment of tax. 3.2 interstate supply. Table 4 claiming of input tax credit. Table 5 exempt nil non GST inward supply, not outward, inward supply. Outward will be in table 3.1. Then 5.1 interest and late fee liability, and then if TCS and TDS is deducted by someone else, you can see it here on 6.2. See here, we'll go to table 3.1 now. See here table 3.1. Very carefully, it is a very simple form, friends. So table 3.1, what does it ask? It is asking for details of outward supply on which tax is payable, inward supply on which tax is payable. Simple. Number A. Number A. Outward taxable supply means B2B, B2C, B2CS, B2CL, everything on which we need to pay GST 5%, 12, 18, 28, everything. No description is required. Just taxable value and tax. One more caution, friends. There is no lock here. If you put taxable value 10 lakh rupees instead of 10,000 rupees, system will not stop you. Automatically it will punch. Second is zero rated taxable supply means export with payment of tax, right? Or supply to SEZ with payment of tax. 3.1b. 3.1c is nil rated and exempted supply, right? Outward supply nil rated and exempted. Then 3.1d RCM inward supply on which I will pay tax, right? As a recipient. GTA I have received, I will pay 5% GST. Then non-GST outward supply. What is non-GST outward supply? 6 items are there, we all know. 5 items for petrol, diesel, HSD and those ATF, and 1 is for alcohol for human consumption, which is outside the purview of GST, right? Next is your 3.2 supply made to unregistered person, composition dealer and UN holder. So supply is made, place of supply means state wise, taxable value and amount. Next, friends, is your ITC. So input tax, and this is the most important table here, input tax credit. So for input tax credit, it says eligible ITC. It means eligible ITC is to be reported here. Number A, 4A. ITC available whether in full or part. ITC from 1, import of goods. It means I have imported a goods or machinery or input from outside India, on which I am paying tax by filing your bill of entry. Custom duty and IGST I will pay. So import of goods. Second, import of service. So any service I have imported on which I will pay GST on reverse charge. 4A1, 4A2 reverse charge. 4A3 other reverse charge like domestic reverse charge. Inward supply liable to reverse charge other than 1 and 2 above. Number 4, my head office is filing GSTR 6, like that is input service distribution return, and I am the recipient to which the credit is getting transferred. So that 4 is your inward supply, right? Eligible ITC, all other ITC except means normal purchase, B2B purchase will come under your 4, 5, right? Once I file my return through SMS, that is nil return, I'll only file. So if I file my nil return by mistake and there was a transaction, I can report in the next period. But only thing is, if it is for outward supply transaction, I'll have to pay interest. For inward supply or RCM, I can claim, right? Or ITC, I can claim in the subsequent return. Then comes reversal of ITC. So I claim everything in 4A. 4B reversal is there. Rule 42 and Rule 43. Common credit. It means I am dealing in exempt turnover also. So out of my input credit, some credit is reversed. So that credit is there. So for composition dealer, there is no facility of filing nil return through SMS. Anyway, composition dealer will file a single return per year. So for them, the SMS facility is not there as of now, right? Others, I can reverse. Then net ITC means total ITC less reversal will be by net ITC. Number D will be ineligible ITC. It is a reporting table only. It does not have impact on claim of ITC, right? So 4D, as per section 17.5, ineligible ITC is to be reversed. ITC on food and beverage, ITC on work contract, ITC, anything which is ineligible or block credit can be reported in 17.5. Next, friends, value of exempt, nil and non-GST inward supply, intrastate and interstate, right? This is to be reported separately. Next will be your TDS and TCS credit and interest and late fee. Interest and late fee we have to fill on our own. Late fee system will compute. Late fee system will compute the late fee, auto computation by the system. Then next will be saving of GSTR 3B. So after you enter anything, click on save GSTR 3B, right? Then take a preview and then proceed for payment. Right? Save, preview, proceed, and then it will show your ledger balance already available. So if any balance is available in the cash ledger, system will show you the balance, right? It will also show credit ledger balance from input tax credit already availed in this form or the previous unutilized input tax credit, right? Now we'll move, friends, to creation of challan, right? So before we move on to creation of challan, I'll answer to all the queries. Give me some time. So before I move to creation of challan, let us understand the ledgers. There are 3 ledgers in GST portal or GST system. One is electronic cash ledger, second is electronic credit ledger, third is electronic liability ledger. What is cash ledger? Any amount you pay through cash or bank or any online transfer will come in electronic cash ledger, and the ledger is maintained in form called GST PMT 05, right? Any amount deposited in cash to government will come under electronic cash ledger. Through this you can use for payment of tax, interest, penalty or fee, right? This can any amount deposited can be deposited under any head, and from this you can pay, right? You can also make transfer from one head to other head through a new form called GST PMT 09. Recently there was a new form introduced called GST PMT 09. Through this form you can transfer cash from one head to other head. Like you wrongly deposited in the IGST, you wanted to deposit in CGST and SGST. So by filing GST PMT 09, you can transfer cash. I think I have a slide, will show you. Next is electronic credit ledger. What is electronic credit ledger? It is maintained in form GST PMT 02. Whatever credit you claim in GSTR 3B, it will come in your electronic credit ledger. Balance of credit available will be called as electronic credit ledger. So amount of ITC as filed in GSTR 3B will be credited in the electronic credit ledger. This amount can be used for payment of tax only. You cannot use electronic credit ledger for payment of late fees, interest, right, or penalty. You can use electronic credit ledger only for payment of tax, right? In case of any discrepancy, you can write to the portal by filing a form called GST PMT 04. Now moving into electronic liability ledger. As the name suggests, it is nothing but it shows your liability. It is maintained in form GST PMT 01, right? Any liability can be set off through electronic credit ledger. So whatever liability you have, it is maintained in your electronic credit ledger. It has two parts, part 1 and part 2, right? So any liability for tax, interest, penalty, late fee or any other liability will be debited to this ledger. So like GSTR 3B table 4 outward supply I have filled. Once I fill my outward supply table 4, the balance will come in electronic liability ledger. Part 1 will be return related liability, means reported in GSTR 3B, it will come here. Part B, when the department will issue a notice or something, it will come under part B, other than return related liability, right? Now we'll move to subsequent slide. So now payment of liability. So how does we pay the liability? How do we pay? Input tax credit is to be utilized for payment of output tax liability, right? ITC can be of IGST, CGST, SGST or UTGST or cess. Cess can be used only for payment of cess. So inward cess for outward cess. You cannot use IGST for payment of cess. Once you generate a challan, you will get a SIN, your challan identification number. If the challan identification number is not generated, you can file a form called GST PMT 07. Up to 11:59 PM also, if you pay, it will be created in the same day, right? There is no concept of physical challan in GST. You have to have online challans, and challan will only be generated through GST portal, gst.gov.in, right? Next, see here, interest. So any delay in output liability, you have to pay interest at 18%. If any excess or wrong claim of input tax credit, it will be 24% of interest, right? It is not 18. Input credit, wrong or undue or excess claim, 24%, right? Penalty can also be levied. It is very important to understand penalty, friends. We forget penalties. If I don't pay taxes for 3 return period, department can or department will impose penalty of 10,000 rupees or 10%, whichever is higher. If I have a fraud, like I know that there is a liability and I am not paying the liability by knowing it, so then in case of fraud, misrepresentation or willful suppression of facts, in that case my penalty is 100% of the tax or 10,000, whichever is higher. So understand, if you delay payment of tax by 3 consecutive periods of GSTR 3B, there is a penalty attached to it. Next, how will I utilize my input credit? So I have a balance lying in IGST, CGST, SGST. I have a liability for IGST, CGST, SGST. So left hand side is liability, right hand side is tax. So if I have ITC of IGST, I'll first use payment of IGST liability and then I'll use CGST or SGST, right? I can take proportionate also. If I have CGST liability, I'll first use CGST and then I'll use IGST. I cannot use the ITC of SGST. If I have SGST liability, I can use SGST and then CGST, IGST, CGST is not permitted, right? Next is creation of challan. Friends, challan is created in form called GST PMT 06. Once you generate a challan in the portal, it is valid for 15 days. After you generate a challan, you pay your liability, right? So you can pay the challan through internet banking, credit or debit card, NEFT or RTGS, or up to 10,000 rupees. You can go to bank and pay GST liability. Authorized banks are there, right? How do I create challan? Go to log into GST portal, go to services, click on create challan, right? And then this will open up and you can fill CGST, IG, left hand side IGST, cess or SGST of that state, right hand side tax, interest, penalty, fees, others and total, right? So you can select. After selection down you see payment mode, e-payment, over the counter, NEFT. If you want to make payment through internet banking or debit card, credit card, you can select e-payment. You can select e-payment, right? See here, challan will get generated, right? And then summary page will appear to make the payment. And once you click on, it will go to the interface of net banking. It will go to the interface of net banking, and then through net banking you can pay. Once you make the payment, you can the amount will appear in the cash ledger. I'll come to the adjustment part, right? Then you can also transfer wrong payment of tax from one head to other head, right? Like instead of say IGST, I wrongly deposited tax in the CGST. Instead of tax, I wrongly deposited in fees. Earlier, the refund mechanism was there. You have to apply for refund and then the department will take its time. Now what you can do is you can click on, you can file GST PMT 09 form. Friends, thank you for watching our video, and we hope that you enjoyed this learning series GST with Tax Marvel. And don't forget to share, like and subscribe our videos, and do also tell your friends or colleagues who want to make their career in GST or want to get updated on GST aspects. Thank you friends. Thank you.